You have to know yourself first to know what you're even aligned to. So if you want to see if your partner is aligned with you, you also have to then define, once you know yourself, then you can define what is the right person for you, right? What is the right person that will help you grow and support you and love you, and you love them back for who they are, right? So when you look at who is aligned with you, you have to look at not only knowing yourself really well, but that person also needs to know himself or herself really well as well, or at least want to, right? So that you can both work towards something. So you know somebody is aligned with you when you're both helping each other grow and both achieving something together. First thing is, talk to each other, communicate openly, be really open and honest with each other. And let me tell you something, if you can't be honest with somebody and you're scared of them, you might not be aligned with them. So that's the first clue. The first clue is see how easily you can open up and honestly to the other person. And also, the other person might be even scared of communicating and openly with you, right? So then you have to look at why you would react, right? So the whole point is to really start communicating openly and honestly. And if you can't for whatever reason, well, then that's one of the major things you have to focus on first, is to be able to communicate together on the most basic level. What really scares us is making a decision to change, right? And one of the dangers is that we fall into the trap of being comfortable in the uncomfortable discomfort and misery, right? Because as human beings, we get too used to being dependent on what we know, even if it's really bad, because the unknown is uncertain of whether it could be better or it could be worse. But think about it this way, anything is better than misery, right? Just having freedom to find out what would make you happy should be big enough step for you to avoid questioning your relationship. If you don't question it, you can't see it for its truth. You can't, and if you don't see the negative sides of things, then you don't know what to change. So rather than being scared to look at the truth of what's going on, see it for what it is so that you have an option to change it. And if you can't change something in your relationship, then you need to change your situation and what you need to do to be happy yourself. It depends on when you make a decision for change, right? We get stuck in denial, we really do, because we're scared to make a decision to change. So there is no time period of what's normal or not. It depends on yourself, how miserable you are. Some people have a higher tolerance for being miserable. Some people don't. Like, I don't have a high tolerance for misery. So therefore I make fast decisions to step away. And that's another subject, right? Because then you have to look at what keeps you somewhere. Most of the time it's guilt. Second reason is the fear to moving forward to the unknown.